Today I would like to talk about the fact that narcissists cannot handle being insignificant. And quite often they also build a life and career built on lies. For this podcast today, I would like to share a personal anecdote out of my own life and experience with a malignant narcissist. The narcissist and I, we met at work. Yeah, we were both working in the Hollywood film industry, and he often presented himself to be this big actor and stuntman. Meanwhile, he was actually just working as an extra. That's how we met. And I remember that one night, I was a little bit ahead of him in the union and in the career, and I was given tickets for the Actors Award show in town. Of course, I was able to bring a +1, and who would I bring? Of course, I would bring my boyfriend, right? Especially since we both also work in the industry and are interested in what's going on. So what happened when we arrived? He was making one mistake after another. So what happened that evening? Let me tell you, it was a disaster. Yeah, at least in my eyes. I don't know if anybody else noticed. But I had never felt that embarrassed before. Once again, we were movie extras at the time. Yeah, we were maybe just a blur in the background. Yeah, nobody would ever take note of us. But he had the audacity to present himself once again as this big foreign actor and stuntman. He literally walked up to one of the nominees and told him that he performed stunts for him on their TV show. And the actor, he looked at him like, oh, really? That happened right from the start, yeah? We hadn't even entered the building because the actor was just waiting outside, and that's how it all started that night. I mean, you have to put yourself into this actor's shoes. If I were an actor and I had a stunt double, I would know who's putting his life at risk in order to double me. I don't know what my boyfriend at the time wanted to get out of this, but I think he just made a clown out of himself. Fast forward, we're inside the building. There was a huge crowd inside, yeah? Actors, other performers, people from the entertainment industry, producers and whatnot. I mean, you name it, you know what I'm talking about. We felt kind of lost in that crowd. And suddenly the crowd was parting. And this elderly man, he walked up to us. And he said, "Are you Sarah?" I was like, "Yeah." He was an actor from town and he recognized me. Because we had talked over the internet before, because of something that we had in common. And I was so surprised to meet him and the fact that he recognized me. While we were talking, my narcissistic boyfriend immediately had to hijack our conversation and make it all about him. Once again, presenting himself as this big actor from abroad. There was a subtle reaction in the man that I noticed when he interfered in our conversation. He seemed really taken aback, like he was almost jumping. That should have been a red flag to me. Because hijacking our conversation like that and making it all about him was just inappropriate. But that wasn't even the best thing that happened that night. There's a little backstory here. For weeks and weeks, my narcissistic boyfriend at the time had been triangulating me with an actress that was working on his favorite TV show that he also had a couple of gigs on. Mind you, the actress looked a little bit like me. Maybe that's also why he started triangulating me with her without her even knowing about it. That's what narcissists do. They create a fantasy relationship in their head. And then they start triangulating you with this fantasy. Anyways, he would always tell me how he would talk to the actress, how she would even come to him on set, how she really, really liked him, and all kinds of stories. Yeah, it was insane. So now this happened, yeah? And sorry if I have to laugh, but when I remember this event happening, I was amused, yeah? Once again, he was triangulating me with that woman for such a long time, I almost started believing in it. After the awards were handed out to the actors, we went upstairs to the dance floor. And there she was with her boyfriend. And my narcissistic boyfriend, he said, "I need to introduce you to her." He wanted to triangulate me right then and there. Too bad her own boyfriend was in the picture. Anyways, we approached the couple, and what happened? She didn't even recognize my boyfriend. You should have seen his face. I was amused. He was so angry and disappointed. I was amused, but I knew right then and there, oh my God, this is gonna be a difficult night. When we came home, there was dead silence. He was so embarrassed, so angry. His whole effort to triangulate me with that woman sheerly exploded that night. He had nothing in his hand anymore. Once again, narcissists, they just cannot handle to be insignificant. Their life and career is built on a bunch of lies. And quite often they strongly believe in it, because that's why they get so angry and upset when this bubble that they are living in bursts.